Hello, um, welcome to my Dreamcast. This is episode 2, Partytime. So, last night I was at somebody else's house, and I was staying the night, and I had pretty, pretty awful sleep, but it was nice. Like, I really enjoyed staying at their house with them, but, yeah, I was awake and asleep all night. Couldn't get much substantial sleep. But I do remember um, a good amount of the dream that I had, and this you could guess from the title that it's not really as it's not like a grim type dream. So I won't really have much analysis to do on this dream, but I do want to talk about it because it's a very silly dream, and lots of funny stuff happened. So the last or the earliest thing that I can remember in the dream is I was with my family at this lake house that we used to go to. We used to go to this lake house for like these vacations that sometimes it would be like for somebody's birthday or just celebrating like a holiday. And obviously, since it's a dream, all of the geography and like all the land is all messed up and weird. And I think it was like a mix of one of the places that I used to like compete for mountain biking, like one of those venues, and also a mix of the lake house that we go to. And I was at this lake house just hanging out with my family. It was mostly just my brothers. I think one of my brothers who has like passed away in the past, I think he was there as well. And there was off to the side of the house, there was this place that you could jump into the water off of like a cliff, and apparently it was deep enough to jump into because nobody was like hitting their heads. I don't know if that would have even happened in a dream, because I don't think the logic goes that far. But I remember people like lining up to jump into the water, and I think somebody jumped into the water on like a wheelchair. They just rolled in, and then there was like a bunch of people that jumped in after that person, and don't know who it could have been on the wheelchair, but I do remember it was all of my brothers. I don't think my sister or my sibling had jumped in this specific part of the dream, but I do remember that my brothers were jumping in, and we were all in our swim trunks, and I remember jumping in, but I don't remember much about swimming, because I think the dream basically immediately switched up to being at my old high school, and I'm out of high school now, so I don't like high school is in my past. I don't gotta worry about that Jack no more. But I was in my old anatomy class, and my teacher, I did not like my teacher. I really hated my anatomy class. But she had just given me this like really, really long work. I think what it might have been is like these diagrams that she would give us every, yeah, I think it was the diagrams that she'd give us every week. and you have to label all of the little itty bitty stuff, and then you also have to draw it in the color code to make it all pretty and perfect, like we're in elementary school. And it it wasn't difficult, it was just so time consuming. It wasn't annoying, it wasn't difficult, it just took forever for no real reason. It didn't really help me with learning the material, but I guess it doesn't matter now because I graduated. So uh but yeah, she had just given me this work, and I just dipped out of her class. I didn't want to finish that class period at all. So I walk out of her class, and I remember the halls, the halls themselves were very empty. Like there was nobody in the halls, and it was, there's windows at the end of the halls in my old high school, but the sun was really shining through the halls. Like you could tell it was reflecting off the floor. Like it just felt very sunny inside of the hallways. And I walked down the hallway, and in the stairwell, I had gotten stuck behind this person. And let me tell you, the stairs, it was like they were littered with people. And that's a weird term to use, but I, in my dream, I had to watch my step to make sure that I wasn't stepping on anybody, because there were just so many people just lounging on the stairs. And for some reason, this slow person was just walking down the stairs at the same time as me, and he decided to go as slow as possible. And I'm not the most patient person. I'm patient when I need to be, but when it comes to driving or just getting somewhere in general, that's not something that I really have. I just want to be able to go at my own pace. You know what I'm saying? So I'm walking behind this person, getting kind of agitated, but it's whatever. There's only a few steps in the staircase. I was only going down one level of the steps. And then for some reason, this one dude laying long ways across the steps, he's making sure he takes up the most space possible. He reaches out his legs, and I see this, and I'm you know what? I've got a good idea. And I decide to try to curb stomp his legs. I jump up and stomp his legs, and since it's a fucking dream, excuse me, since it's a dream, his legs just go nowhere. I try to stomp his legs, and he is able to pick up my body weight and put me back up in the air, not maybe 1 or 2 feet in the air, still a crazy feat of strength with that awful of leverage, because I'm standing on the end of his legs, and he's using some of the weakest muscles in his legs. They're strong muscles in your body because your legs are heavy, but it's just so silly. And he gets pissed off that I tried to stomp on his legs, which fair enough. So he chases me down the stairs, and I try to avoid fights when I can, and I don't know what the fuck I was expecting. Excuse me. I don't know what I was expecting, stomping on somebody's feet when they stretched them out, but I didn't want to be in a fight, So I run into this open area, and I'm he like squares up and he's like trying to throw punches at me, and I guess Dream Me just knows how to fight super well, because I'm like dodging and weaving every single one of his punches, and like he just can't get a hit on me. Like I see all of his movements, and it's just like, you know, like that dream type feeling. Because just then I was barely able to move, but now all of a sudden in my dream I'm able to move absolutely perfectly. So I guess just I guess your dreams just pick and choose when they want to let you move how you want to move. But he's like trying to throw punches at me, and like he's not giving up. He's not getting frustrated that he can't hit me, and he's still like pissed off at me because I just stomped his feet, which again, like, is kind of justified. Like, if somebody stomped on your feet, you'd want to fight them, or at least you'd want like some type of payback, because that's how a lot of people work in their in their head, you know. So I'm like, I start yelling out, hoping that like there's an administrator somewhere around, being like, I don't want to fight you, like yelling out, I don't want to fight you, quit trying to fight me, go on somewhere. And I think that's like, I don't remember if there's anything after that, but that's where I remember it leaving off. There was no like waking up to end the dream, but I don't think he ever did land a clean hit on me. But I don't know. It was just really silly. I thought that it was. I just thought it was kind of comical how I'm trying to like dodge and weave around this guy as he's just so pissed off at me, and I'm just like avoiding the fight altogether just by being like, just by skill issuing him. And because like something not quite to that extent, something like that has happened in my life. When I was in middle school, I was mad at this dude because I had found something on like in like the play area, and it was like this like little jewelry piece, and I showed it to him because we were like kind of friends, and he was like, oh yeah, I can get you like a chain for that, and blah blah blah. And then fast forward like literally 5 minutes later, he's like, oh yeah, that's mine now, you ain't getting it back. Come on now. So I was pissed off at him because why are you stealing my stolen thing? You know, it's middle school conflicts. So we had gym class together, and he was walking back from getting water, and I was walking towards getting water, and I had this sweater that I was wearing during the day, and I had it like wrapped up. So as he was walking by, I like swing it over my shoulder and intentionally hit him in the face, and that like really ticks him off. But I didn't notice that he was following me to the water fountain. So I just kept on my merry way, because why am I looking behind myself as I'm going to water? I didn't intentionally hit somebody in the face or anything. So I get to the water fountain, and this dude comes up on me, and he grabs me, and he's like trying to punch me. He's awful at this shit. Excuse me. He's awful at this. Like, I don't think a single one of his fists even contacted my body. He just grabbed me, and he's half my size too. It was tragic. It was so tragic. is I get him off of me, and I like push him off of me. I'm like, okay, I thought this was so cool in middle school, but I get him off of me, and I'm like, what are you trying to do? Beat me up? And there was like kind of a crowd. I know this sounds like a Reddit story, but like genuinely, there was like a few people in like the water area, and they laughed at that, and I think that made him like really, really embarrassed, because he had just tried to fight me, and then I kind of mocked him, and then other people laughed at me mocking him. So yeah, maybe that was like kind of a similar, I don't know, I just feel like that's kind of like a similar situation where like I just don't like fighting. I find it nonsensical, and I think that almost always there's a better option than just fighting, you know? Because like obviously some things just can't be talked out, but there are many different things that you can settle things that can't be talked out than fighting, you know? Like there's I won't get into it because this isn't like the medieval times. You can't just sword fight with somebody for your honor. But I don't know. That's pretty much it. I don't really have any oh, also, that person on a wheelchair, I think that might have been like a dream adaptation of that one video of like the guys jumping out of a truck into the water, and there's this one guy on a wheelchair that goes out. I think he's at the end, but if I remember correctly, he was at the very beginning in my dream. But anyways, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I will oh, I'll see you some other time.